Hey everybody, welcome back to our dysfunctional republic. I hope you're having a great day. When you remove a bottleneck, right? When you fix a problem, sometimes you can open up the floodgates only to find that there's a bottleneck somewhere else now, right? Once you find fluid motion, things can get crazy further down the line, and that's exactly what's happened here. So we're finding another weakness in Zernowski. Hi, welcome back. Things are flowing pretty good, except for here. So a lot of these cars and stuff are trying to get over this way, and I've been kind of looking at it and following it. Most of these guys are turning left here, trying to get into here. Now I'm trying to discount buses that are worker buses because they won't be part of the problem. They won't be part of the system here for very much longer. I'm also trying to, kind of consider, supply trucks and things like that getting this way. But the long story short is we're going to be adding more cars to this city. If I can't handle it now, I'm not going to be able to handle it later, right? These houses are getting built, and look at all these, cars are starting to park here, right? To work on various different projects and things. They're parking here to help build these houses, and that's what they're all doing. So what we need to do is figure out how to fix this. I think this area is going to need a roundabout, and I have the room to do it. There's extra room right here. I have the room to do it, and I feel like we should have a roundabout here. There's just too many intersections. You got this part here. You got these two here. You got this right here. It's just, there's too much, right? And then on top of that, there's also this, this road here that's not, 4 lanes, and it's only one direction. And I could make it 2 directions, but then you're just going to get people turning here anyway, and then flipping a U-ey right here to go down this road. It's too much, man. There is one thing I can do here. We're going to see if it solves anything. If it does, great. Otherwise, we're going to rip it all out. And that is to go like this. We're going to put this road right like that. And then what we're going to do is from here, we're going to bring this over. Yeah, about like that. And we're going to connect. Let's have that nice curve there. We're going to connect this road in. And I don't know if this is going to really fix anything, but we're going to see if it does. And one of the things I'm hoping to see here is that less people want to turn left. Left turns are what slow everything down, because I don't have any dedicated left turn lanes or anything here. That's really slowing it down. Another solution might be to widen this out and have this road come in from here. There's room to do that, right? I could actually just take this road, for example, and it can go from here instead. And then we end up with that dedicated left turn idea, which is what we had over here. This is fine, right? This is totally fine. But there's a couple of problems. For instance, this right here is a left turn lane, but nobody's ever going to use it because this is a one-way street. And it's a one-way street in this direction. I would love to open this up to be two-way again. But every time I try to open this up as a two-way, everything just gets slammed right here. So it's clear to me that people really want to get into this area, and I need to do something about that. I would actually like to take this parking lot away. I think people starting and stopping in this it's just too close to the intersection, right? I think I'd like to rip that away. So I think one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and put this parking lot right here instead on this side. And I think if I do this and get this parking lot to just be here instead, we can take the road, hook it up into, let's try this. There's a spot here where it'll go right there. Hook that to there, and we could probably hook that over into there like that, and then we'll just have this be a dirt path that goes in. But right now they can just do that, but I'll put a little dirt path right there. We can get this one built, and then I can eliminate this one. I won't need this one anymore. We can get rid of that because a lot of people are going to park over here anyway. I think there's just too many parking lots for the area. So why don't we start that process now? Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and hit demolish on that so that we can have that happen. And then I'm going to take this walking path away as well. We can have that demolished. We'll have to remove the road, but that's afterwards. And then I probably will get rid of this one too. I don't know. We'll see. Because that one's on the right side of the road, so people can just turn right into it instead of having to wait. But then you still have people trying to turn left. out of this. That's not quite as bad, I don't think, as people trying to turn left into this one, because like it comes through here and then they stop and it just backs up into the intersection. So we're gonna see how that goes. So we're making a couple of tweaks here that I'm hoping will alleviate it, but if it doesn't help the problem, then I've got a plan B, and the plan B is tunnels. Tunnels are always the answer, man. I have a 2 sort of intercity tunnel idea kind of thing. The first is we're going to place one here and place one here. It straddles this underground wire here, right? So one here, one here. And then we'll have the one over here. It's going to end up tunneling underneath this highway and like popping them out, like maybe over here on this side, so that everyone who is trying to go this way and get over this direction, they can now pop out of the tunnel, right? And then just get where they're going, right? And then we'll have like a little crossing like right here where people can come out of the tunnel and either turn right or they can turn left and go, right? And then they're in the roundabout. And maybe it might even be better to overinvest in that tunnel. Maybe. And if I do it right, I might be able to have them come out here into the roundabout instead. So this tunnel will take them from here all the way over and drop them off right here. And then they're over here without having to deal with any of this traffic, like a one-way, no stops, you know. It's like taking a direct flight instead of all these layovers, right? And then the other one, I'll have it come all the way out here and probably drop them off over here because they keep trying to come out this way anyway. And that's something to deal with. The other thing I want to deal with is this road here. So I want to take this one like that, right? And now this guy's going to be super confused. That's fine. I'm not going to be able to connect this because the rail is too close to the road. So the crossing signals are in the way. It won't let me connect it. So what I have to do is cancel the railway, at least here. All right, you can leave this one to be like there. But with that canceled, the railroad crossing signs are gone, and now I can do something like this. And we'll go ahead and have that built. And then now we can have the rail line can then come out maybe like this. Something like that, and then, yeah. Something like that instead. All right. So we're going to get this road built too. Let's go ahead and get that a high priority. And then it'll be a 2-lane road all the way out here. And I can't go all the way this way, but one thing I might be able to do is to get a... because I can't go past this pump jack. Or maybe I can go past the pump jack. You know what? I might be able to if I don't F4 this. If I go like here. Whoops. There we go. If I go here and then I don't F4, I should be able to get closer to the road now. Maybe it'll let me by. There we go. Yeah. Now it lets me by. Right by that pump jack. Like that. Yeah? And then I can come over and hook up to the road on this side like that. Huh? And then we get rid of this crossing. It won't be needed anymore at that point. But at least this gives me a road all the way out this way. And then obviously this is getting disconnected. There's some disconnect here, but you know, maybe one side goes this direction down this one-way road and the other side can cross. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I might end up just removing this gas station and making a roundabout right here. We'll see. The other thing I should do in this area, none of this stuff is connected to the road network, and it surely needs to be. So I'm going to put the roads kind of through this area. There we go. And then connect it down here like that. That's fine. Now we're connected to the road network, and then all you guys just hook up to this road to get your maintenance on. All right, now they're all able to be built. Speaking of being able to be built, let's head back over here really quick. We got a lot of things going on here, but pretty much all of these are done. They're just waiting on workers. It's work days everywhere, right? So that's the bottleneck there. So what I can do to help that is I'll just invite people to live in these 3 houses. You know, it's like 3 of them or so. And then when they start moving in, we're going to see people pop out of them, and they're immediately going to go to job sites as long as this bus stop's not ready. They're going to immediately just start walking to job sites and start working these, and that's going to provide us with work days. But we are going to need a way for them to get the things they need. Police would be a good idea too, right? Grab a few police cars there. We need a way for them to get the things they need as well. And I don't want to invite too many people because we still don't have trash and stuff ready to go in this area. So I'm just the 3 houses for now are fine. To get the bus stop going, we're going to want to have... Where's my road depot? Right here. We're going to want to have buses. And I think I'm going to choose... I don't know which one's the best one. There's less people living in this area, right? It's 33 people per house in those other ones, and then 12 people per house in the other one. Plus, there's a lot of like parking spaces. So I don't think we need a lot of like huge volume buses. So might be able to get away with, maybe even just get away with microbuses in this case. Like a lot of little microbuses could be cool. You know, I'll split the difference. We'll go with these white ones here. 85 kilometers per hour and 35 passengers. We'll buy some of those. God, this is really overloaded now. What is going on over here? Oh, you know what? This isn't a light. And it really should be a light instead of this yield. Yeah, it should be. But I can't do that because this road is not asphalt. So the only thing I can do here is get rid of this and treat these intersections separately. The only thing I can do is treat these intersections separately, and now this one can be a light, and then this one here would have to just be like the honor system. We'll go yield here, and then yeah, we'll do this. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we need people to be able to move through here. So 2 and 1 I think don't need to be synchronized. 4 being there on its own cycle is kind of a problem, but tell you what, just to make sure we're clearing everything, let's go 15 on that one, and then this one here will be 20. Give that a little longer of a cycle and we'll see what it does. And then in order to really fix this, we're going to need this to be, and again, this looks like it should be a roundabout as well, but we're going to need this to be asphalt. So I need to have another means to get in here. We're just going to make this road real quick like that. And then we're going to go ahead and tell them to pave that. And then once that's asphalt, I will then be able to make this as a total light. And in fact, I can actually do that now. Yeah, I can do it now. So we'll go light and we'll save it. And then 2 and 5. Let's make that a 30-second light. And then you are going to be, let's say, a 12. So that should hopefully get people moving again. But if they want to turn left, of course, they're going to turn left. And I don't want them to turn left here. I'm going to say that this road is a one-way in that direction. There you go. Now you can't turn left here either. And that'll probably fix the problem too, because now all these guys who want to go that direction, they'll have the right of way to go ahead and do that. And everyone who's coming from this side will all have to go straight, and then they'll turn around. They'll turn around no freaking where, anywhere. The answer is they won't turn around. There's nowhere they can do it. I should do it here. I should let them turn around here. Let's let this be a thing. Yeah, we're gonna let this be a thing. So I'm making like these tiny little changes. I don't know if any of them are a good idea. No idea if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna see about it. What else did I want to cover before we get to our main, our top story today, our big project of the day? Let's talk about the big project of the day. While this is struggling still, but they're building the roads, let's talk about the big project of the day. The big project of the day, and what I wanted to focus the video on, at least a little bit, is I wanted to talk about our slow construction. Okay, we've got slow construction going on. And actually, before I really start to cover this, I should make sure that these buses are set up here. Otherwise, these guys aren't going to get any food, or yeah, they're not going to get food or meat or anything like that until they can get the buses to bring them in. Or they get cars, which, you know, some of them might go ahead and grab some of these cars, but probably not. They're going to need that bus operational. Why don't we do this first? Let's focus on this before I get carried away here. We want this to be a one-way. Okay, all the way around. And these houses over here are not connected yet. Notice what I did here, right, is I connected the cars on this side, these parking lots. They're connected to the one-way street that goes around this. And so I'm hoping that helps with the fluidity and how people move around through here. Because if you're not going to any of these houses, you should stay on this road. And so you won't have this, getting on and off is all the same direction and everything. So hopefully that makes it better. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be a one-way too, I think. So they pass by here and then they get like that. I think that's probably the best way to do that. And then you are going to go and just connect here or the intersection. Do we do the intersection instead? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think the intersection instead. We'll go there with that. That's a big parking lot right there. Okay. So a lot of this stuff should build faster now because we can get actual workers on site who live here in the area. That's good. I'm going to let them live there too. All right. So where are those buses? They got to be coming in any second now, right? What? Right there. Yep. This is you. This is your bus. You're going to go like this. From there, you're going to pick up anybody that wants to ride. And I want you to bring them. Now, the considerations of where traffic is going, I want you to bring them. I think over into here is good. You drop them off there. And that's it. Just drop them off there, and that's the route. I don't think I wanted you to... I guess you could stop at the end station, but how would you do that? You'd come out here, and then you'd have to go that way. I guess you could always come back. Yeah, you'd flow this direction. You go like this, in, and then around, end station, and then back out. That's congested, man. For now, you're just going to go back and forth. I'll deal with the end station thing later. But that's the route for this bus. So now it's going to be doing that. And then I also want to copy that route to the other one, which should be coming up here. I would think anyway. Right behind you. Either that or it's already it's already pulling in. There it goes. So I'm going to copy that to this bus, let's say. And then we'll just have you start your route. Yep. And then we'll have you space out, and that's it. So compute the length and do the thing you need to do, but I need a bus coming in here. So now we'll allow workers and passengers to go here. And look at them all just flood in. Whoosh. They all want to get to here, man. They're just like, hey, man, we need our stuff. Yeah, you do. You need a lot of stuff. And those buses need to bring that stuff to you. So we're going to have another route. Where's that other bus at? Where'd you go? I think they actually left to go get fuel. Yeah, so I won't be able to find them unless I somehow stumble upon them here. But it's okay. We'll the two buses that are there already is right there. They're right there. I stumbled upon them just now. Yep, they have been stumbled upon. All right, so let's grab this. Yep, you set the line there and there. All right. And then let's tell these guys to do their route. There you go. Space your shit out. And then if I grab the line, we can have them stop at it. I think just to properly space them out. Yeah, we can get that incorporated. It's not too convoluted. I might need another end station somewhere. Put another end station over here or something. But either way, we're going to get people picked up, and they're going to get taken over to that bus stop so that they can get their groceries, their food, their meat, etc. And that is how we are going to treat these guys. So now that that bus route is firmly in place, I say we just turn these things on and let it go. Let everybody live here if they want to, okay? We're good now? Hopefully we're good now. Now, we don't have the garbage set up yet. That's got a few days left, and then once it is, then we'll have garbage, and that's good. Other garbage is right here, not built yet. And the hospital, the clinics needs the garbage set up. That's what this one's for. That's the hospital's garbage. All right, I think I've taken care of most of it right now. It's just it's the little things here. This needs to be done, and it's going to take a bit, but I think they'll get it done. While they're getting it done, I want to talk about the main thing I've been wanting to talk about this entire time. I really need this. I need that tunnel, man. That tunnel is going to be a really big deal. Like, this is a lot of cars all going the same direction. They all need to go this way. I don't know why they're choosing not to use this road. They all want to go this way. And then they end up dispersing into this system. Like, pretty balanced, right? They go that way and that way. But, like, how come none of them want to go this direction? Is it because of the stoplight? And there's no stoplight here? I mean, there's a stoplight there. So they still have to go through the stoplight. Maybe it's just, I don't know, less nodes or something to do that. But it's annoying because I've built this with like so much capacity here and they all choose to go that way. Let's make this road a two-way. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Like, you got to try certain things. Sometimes you just got to try things. Let them go the other direction if they want to, okay? There. Let them go. Let them have cake, all right? And then they can go this way, hopefully, and use this road. Like, some of you need to go the other direction, man. Just spread the hell out. Stop all congregating on one big line. Okay, the main thing, right? I want to talk about how we're building things. Everything's building kind of slowly, and it has been for quite a while. We have also been purchasing a large quantity of concrete. And in the future, when we get to Charlemagne's North and starting to make this area here, which I have all the traffic plans and stuff are pretty much done for. It's, you know, the positions of buildings and stuff I'm a little more flexible on, but this area here, especially, I am going to use everything that I've learned in this series about traffic in this game and how the rules of traffic with this game specifically, not the rules of traffic in real life, but just how this game treats cars and its traffic system. I'm going to use everything I've learned to make this system. All right. And so what I'm hoping to see is ideally 3 times as many vehicles as Zernovsky has, but absolutely no stoppages whatsoever. Everything flowing super smoothly all the time with 3 times as many cars as what this is having in this space. Not this little space, but like 3 times as many cars in this whole space right here, right? But in this area specifically, this is the most densely populated part of what Zernovsky North is going to be. Realistically, I think there's probably going to be about 25,000 people in this little square right here. And so there needs to be a really good traffic system, a really good everything system here, okay? So Charlemagne's North is going to be awesome when we get it done. On that note, I've been spending a lot of money on concrete, and that's because Zernovsky and all the construction crews here, they all buy it from the border. In fact, they buy everything they need from the border because this distribution office has been told to purchase literally everything that it needs from this customs house. If you need anything at all, you can get it here. I'm going to stop that because it's costing me a lot of money. It is. Look at this. Like this import of resources. They're buying meat. We all know. We're buying meat still. Electronics is still a huge expense. Somehow we're buying fuel. I have no idea how we bought 90 tons of fuel. No idea where that's coming from. That's something to look at. Is this thing a cistern? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to look at that because that's not right. We shouldn't have that problem at all. Yeah, alcohol buying from the border, crops, even steel is starting to get purchased now, food. They're doing all of this stuff because I told them they can get whatever they wanted from the border. So I'm going to stop doing that now and see what happens. But one thing that we don't have a surplus of, and it's actually really annoying to get, is concrete. The only place in this entire republic where we're making concrete is right here. And yeah, I mean, relying on this entire republic's need for concrete on the workers of like 5 people, it ain't working out, man. I mean, this is good, but I need it in more places. And unfortunately, the way I built this, I can't get cement out of this. I can't get cement. Like there is no way to hook up cement to a train the way this is built. Unfortunately. I'd have to change it. And I intend to. It's a little bit of a long-term project, but eventually this building will go away. Okay? This is a cement plant. It's able to make a whole bunch, way more than we need. And we are going to make another one. We're going to make one that replaces this building. And we're going to do so over here. Now, I can't do anything on this side of the tracks, or I'll mess up my build. So I like double check my plans and everything. If I build anything on this side of the tracks, it's going to mess up my build up. So I don't want to do that. So that means we have to stay within this side of the tracks, basically between the tracks here and here. We have to stay in this area. This is where I want this concrete operation to take place. The primary reason for that is because it won't interfere with uranium, and it's not going to interfere with anything else we're doing. I could do it over here. There's a bit more room. I could just take down some fields and stuff. And in fact, I am going to be removing this field. So we'll do that after the harvest, I think. But I am going to be removing these 2 fields because I'm thinking I'm going to make the new cement plant is going to be right over here. And that cement plant's going to feed this way. We have coal here as a refresher for those of you who are maybe a little newer to the game. Concrete is made by combining gravel and cement. Okay? And water. To get the cement, though, you need gravel and coal. So gravel is the primary component to both of these things. We need to get gravel in here. This is a train aggregate drop-off point. But because we're going to be bringing a lot more coal here now and gravel, that means a lot more trains are going to come through here to drop off those resources. So I don't want to rely on a very tiny single track aggregate drop-off point. I don't want to rely on that. So we're going to recreate. No, we're just going to create again. I guess that's the same as. No, we're not going to create again. I'm going to create for the first time. Let's go about here with that road. And actually, what I should do is figure out where that highway is going to be, because if I get in the way of that highway, though, I didn't think about that. All right, we're going to give you a small preview into Charlemagne's North because I need to have plans laid for that before I know how much space I have here. So, spoilers. Here we go. There's going to be a little bit of Charlemagne's North build here, but not a whole lot, just a little bit. So right here on the highway this is like an indented highway, right? We dipped it down under the level, right? So you can see the elevation's higher here and here. This isn't just for aesthetic reasons. It's for the fact that we can put bridges over and stuff. That's fine, but there's another really cool thing we can do here, and it's right where this grass is dead. That's right in this area here. We are going to put, for the first time, we are going to use a metro station. Yes, that's right. A metro station. Not a train station, but a metro station. Indeed. And it is going to go right here. All right. Right there. I'm loving that. Now, why put it there, of all places? Isn't this a highway? Yes. Yes, it is. However, there's a cool thing we're going to do with this, and I think you're going to like how it looks. In fact, I guarantee it. All right, autosave, get out of my way. Here's what I want to do. We're going to take the Metro Truss Bridge. We're going to go out 100 meters. So it goes out here, and then we'll drop it down, of course. So 100 meters is right there. We're going to make sure there's no problems. There we go. And then this one follows. Let's get our F5 on here, or F4. Here we go. Symmetry mode, whatever you want to call it, right there. And then you're going to come out too, same thing, 100 meters. And with 100 meters, we have you right there like that. All right, so there's our metro, in and out. And these trains, they go up and down, right? All the way through here. Then they dip underground. Of course they will. They dip underground. And so we're going to go out one time again. We're going to go with 100 meters. And we're going to go down 4 levels. 1, 2, 3. We could get away with 3. No, I want to stick to the plan. 4 levels. There's a reason for it. I can get away with... You know what? 5 might be better. We're sticking with 4. Don't change the plan, Charlie. You have it already. All right, so right there. 100 meters. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing right here. Keep it right there. Boom. So it puts it down 12 meters underground. Okay. And then we're going to bring it over here. And same thing happens right over here. 1, 2. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to go 100 meters down like so. And right like so. Okay. So there's our metro as it's going through. Now, these roads are going to have on-ramps and off-ramps and stuff to allow people to move in and off or on and off this highway system, right? So we're going to have ways of people getting on and off the highway through here. But we also need a way for them to get from the top side here to the top side here. And that's where bridges come in. And right here, over top of the tunnels, okay, if I spaced this correctly, and I'm not sure I did, but we'll find out. If I spaced this correctly, we should be able to put this about there, I think is where it ends up being. About there, I think. Right about there. And then straight across from this. So it's going to be about there. I have no idea if that's actually straight, but we're going to go with it for now. It looks straight. It looks good enough to me. And if I did this correctly, I think I can go a little further, actually. Just as long as there's no problems. I think I can go to that tree. If I did this correctly, I should be able to do this. And these posts are lined up directly over top of that. So now we got the bridge going directly over top the metro. Yeah. And then same thing here. We'll just make sure that all of this is symmetrical. And we go over with a second bridge right there like that. There we go. So there's one bridge, right? And then we can pull this back in the plans. We don't need to go all the way back that way. Not yet, anyway. And then why I did this now is because I need to figure out where my highway is going to be over there. So this is going to come straight this way. Make sure there's no azimuth. That's a big... Holy crap. All right. So there's not a lot of play there. Can I... Yeah, make this as straight as possible here. We're going to go... Oh my God. I don't like using the... I like using my eyes, man. I'm sorry. I'm old. I like using my eyes. That's what I got them for, you know? That's straight right there. And then we'll just go keep it symmetrical all the way down like that. Okay. Now, this road does not actually continue this straight like this. It doesn't actually go like this. But on this side, it's going to match up with this side. And so this tells me where this road over here is going to be. And that's important because this road over here eventually connects with this highway here. And I need to know kind of where my boundary lines are for this. So I know that I can't build anything right here so that I don't get in the way, right? And in fact, probably shouldn't build anything in here. I've been considering, it's something I'm looking into. I've been considering doing a roundabout here and here. And I think I probably will. So I want to leave myself enough room for that. The point is, I don't want to get in the way of this. So what we got to do is everything we're going to do needs to happen right here. With the exception of the train tracks. Train tracks, it's probably okay to have these tracks running, you know, like this. This is probably acceptable. And I'm going to mark it down just in case because I'm pretty confident this will work just fine. I think that's fine. Definitely no buildings, but this will be fine. Okay, so I can go ahead and just delete. Let's say we'll just delete here and here, and let's leave. You know what? Probably from here. Yeah, and it just doesn't have to be symmetrical, I guess, yet. But we'll just make the plan symmetrical. It's fine. And then all of this can go. All right. So they're lined up. That's what we wanted to see. All right. So over here. What I would like to do, I'm going to pull this back a little bit, actually, because I'm going to put stations here anyway. So the stations can't be here. So that's the whole reason for doing it, Charlie. So you don't put a station there. There you go. See? That's good. All right. So what we want to do is we want to have a drop-off point for gravel. We already have one for coal. We just need a way to get the coal over there. And hoping that there is enough room. And honestly, I probably should do a different one anyway. yeah, this can work. So we could do that. But what I'm thinking is I probably should do a different one anyway. Can I get access to that one? Yeah, right there. All right, I can get access to that. That's good news because it means I can have separate storages for the coal that's being turned into cement and the coal that's being used to heat people's houses and stuff. So that's a good thing. I'm going to actually go ahead and, I think, save that just so I don't like mess that up. Because now I can get over here with it, right? Should be able to. Excuse me? What? Are you too close to the road? I think you're too close to the road. Shit. That's no good. No good. That should work, though. That should work, though. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can get over there now. That's good. That's all I need to know. All right. So the first thing is, like, this is coal coming in here. We know coal's going to stop. We know coal trains will be there. And we're also going to get a source of coal eventually from this side being brought in, too. Because eventually, I mean, look, we're going to add 30,000 plus people here. Our current coal output, it ain't going to cut it, all right? As much as I like these guys and prisoners, and this thing's only operating at half capacity, I'd have to add quite a bit more people in here to make that happen, or just have, like, you know, a whole lot more crime, which I don't need that. I don't need anything like that. So, you know, since we're going to get our population, and my next milestone I'm going to try to get to is 60,000 and hold it there. And that probably is too many people to heat while we're on coal power if I don't have another source of coal, is what I'm saying. So when I'm bringing in coal into this place, it's not just coming from this side is where I'm getting at. It's probably going to come from this side too. So we need a way to access that. We also need to be able to drop off cement and pick up cement. Both of those things are needed. And I think that we can do that by having a, where is it? Dry bulk rail loading and unloading. Now this thing is a pretty small building. It's not all that complicated. I kind of like it. It's nice and compact. And I don't know how well it's going to match up with my gravel the same way. So train aggregate unloading. We got many different options. I'm leaning towards the 130 meter single track one, which is this one. I'm leaning toward this one. If I can get this one in here about, gotta be careful not going too far over there. So if I can get this one in about here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this in about, let's say here. Be safe. We'll go about like this with it. Can I get a track? Yes, I can. Right there. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's get this to recover. There we go. Okay. So I have that. So in this space needs to be our drop off for the other stuff, right? We need the dry bulk loading and unloading here. And I'm torn between just using this as is in this space or switching to the storage, because this storage, it just holds it by its own self, and it's, you know, it got train tracks. The problem with using the storage is it's incredibly expensive to build this. All right. I mean, we're going to have 89 tons of steel, 422 tons of concrete, right? It's expensive as a building, to where the rail loading and unloading is so significantly cheaper than that to build and get up and running. But we're also going to still need storage. I mean, we need it anyway. What I'm thinking is we can go with like 1,000 on the storage and hook that up to where the cement's going to be instead. And if we have the storage over here, the advantage of that is that we can have the cement feed into the storage. The storage can then be hooked in, probably this orientation here, can be hooked into the loading, unloading. And then it can also feed cement, which is going to be over in this area. So there's advantages to both, is what I'm saying. My other issue that I'm having, though, is where to put it. Because if I put it here, I'm getting too close to the other station, right? So I'm thinking about, you know, like at my measurements, right? This is 130 meters already, so that's a pretty good thing. So 130 meters, great. So if you're a train and you're stopped in here, you really only need about that much extra space. It's really mild, pretty good. But dry bulk's going to need the same thing. So let's assume we stop, and there's a, you know, let's say there's a signal like right here, right after that point. So right about from here to here. We're not getting a whole lot of space left over, right? Everything's real crowded. And so I'm debating on whether or not I want to move to have this track here. Let's like have this go through here. That way all the aggregates happen this way. And then we just move to have concrete or cement, I'm sorry, right here instead, right? Maybe I move the gravel over. So there's definitely things I need to position. One of the things I'm pretty confident on my position for, though, pending that I don't make a roundabout, which I should probably leave myself room just in case I do, is where the concrete's going to go. And I mean, I could really just do it over here instead. I want to have it be really close to these guys, okay? Concrete gets created really close to all of my work trucks, right? And so I'm debating on putting it either here or sticking it right in the middle of all of this. And I'm kind of shying away from sticking it in the middle of all this, only because I can have extra roads through here, and it does mean extra steel to belt everything over here. And it doesn't mean a whole lot of extra movement for the trucks, because they just come out of here, they immediately come down this road, and then they're just there. And then they come back. It's not that much extra movement. Besides, the trucks eventually going to be building Charlemagne's North, and I shit you not, there's more. I would say it's a conservative estimate that we need 100,000 tons of concrete to build Charlemagne's North. I would say that at least this. Oh, that's only this part, not even this part. I would say at least 100,000 tons of concrete. So that's why we need more concrete production. And that's in addition to the things we're building through here, and then going to be building over here, right? We need a more local source for concrete. I might even also have an operation over here, as long as I can get the trains, which I can right here, to deliver cement over here on this side too, because we do have a source of gravel over here. Maybe actually be over here. We have a source of gravel here, so if we can get the train to drop off cement, boom, we make concrete, right? And so that's what this new place is. This place here is now going to be, anyway, the place where we make our cement, and that cement goes all over the place. So I don't know if it's really the best place to put this, because like I'm back and forth with it, right? I'm indecisive in this particular element of it, but what I'm thinking of doing is something like this. And I don't know if this will work, but I'm trying to like pick it up a little bit. Man, it's so tight. Everything is so tight right here. Yeah, it's not going to work. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get the bypass around this and incorporate it into here. It's a little bit tight. One idea I might be able to do here, if I back it up a little bit and be about down here, right? So something like this might work better. But now we're left with like, okay, so is single track only on that? Probably not. If this is the case, if this is what we're doing, then what I would end up doing, I think, instead at this point would be to do this. I'd bring it off of this main line. I'd bring it all the way around like this. And I would do something like this, to where the train can continue. Well, that's going to be too sharp. We'll have crossing like this. Like this. We'll just cross here instead. This will solve the problem right away. I need a signal on after this. It's all one intersection. So it goes this way and this way. Yep. And then we're just going to go out this side and over to this side. Okay. and then you're going to go that way, and you're going to go over this way. And I think I want you to turn even sharper. I know it's really sharp at this point, but I want you to kind of do that. And as long as I can get the dry bulk stuff out of there, as long as I can get it to connect on this side, which is that's the big question, right? Is like, does it get over here? The dry bulk engines don't have any flexibility at all. This is the only size and the only height. I can't raise them up. It's not like the aggregates where I can go like this. I can't do that with this. This thing has only one size and that's it. And so it's really important that I can get that out. And so this needs to go away until I can figure out how to get that out. So I need you to go. Yeah, that's a real big problem. Yeah, that's real low. All right, I have the solution. We're going to turn this around. So there's just no way. There's just no way I'm getting dry bulk from this station to something over here on this side if I have a 4-lane road here. It's just not possible. It doesn't allow it. There's just not enough room or something. I don't know. It's weird. So I can only do it if I don't have 2 roads here. So that's just the limitation I'm going to have to go with. Because if I do that, then it will allow it to go over. And it gives me a lot of flexibility too. But that's just the way it's going to have to be, man. So, all right. Is what it is. So here's the game plan, right? We're going to have a storage. Oh, you know what? The storage is actually much taller. I probably could have tried it with a storage. Just really quickly, let's try it with the storage instead. Maybe we don't need the... Although we probably still need something to lift it up there, don't we? Do we need the engine conveyor? I mean, or will it just go straight to the storage? It should just go straight to the storage, right? In fact, a distribution office will require it to go straight to the storage. Not that we're going to necessarily need to use a distribution office for this, but yeah. Okay, well, we'll go with the 1400 one then, just to see if it works. And it will totally do it. Okay, so we're going to use this instead then. Assuming we can get it to behave with road connections and things like that. So we're going to have an in on this side. And of course, we want to have an out as well. We need to be able to load and unload this stuff, which is kind of why the big one makes more sense. Just not the one with the rail. Just do the slightly cheaper one. Like this. Does this? I think this is still better. As long as we can get both of those connections. I believe we can. So if I was to go, let's say, now all of your entrance, I'm going to have to flip it like this. Yeah. But there's a spot where this will work. I'll play around with this some more, but I'm thinking about using a storage here instead. And then on this side, of course, we're going to have the gravel storage as well. And I think we're going to go with the 2000 because there's a lot of gravel that's going to be used here. I could put it on this side of the rail. I'm going to try my best to keep everything on this side. But there might be some limitations to that on what I can do there because I want to have, again, I want to have the concrete, I think, over here being made. So we'll see how that goes. For now, let's place this storage like right up against. We'll place it like over here, I guess. Let's see. All right, so this took a little bit of patience and positioning and stuff, but it's going to work out, I think. So here's what we have. I got the gravel drop off here. There might be a problem with using this with the distribution office because it's not directly connected to a storage, but we'll make do with how we had to do it. Same thing with coal. It's right here, and if it heads up this elevator and goes that way, I'm thinking about maybe splitting this and having it not go in from that side anymore. I was hoping to maybe use it for like coal drop off in there, but if I just use a distribution office and tell it to always keep this, maybe we'll see. This is going to be a challenge because I need to get a separate coal storage and I also need the gravel to go this way too. So what we have is the gravel heading this way. It's going to go to this elevator and then it's going to go back behind this storage to get to the storage here. And this is the storage that we're going to use. I was going to say we're going to use this for the cement creation as well. And in order to do that, it might actually work out better if I do the cement over here. It does bring the pollution a little closer to everybody, but it means I don't have to do it way over here. So I haven't decided where the cement's going to be made yet, but as long as I can get, you know, these things connected, and it looks like everything's on this side, so probably not. I've got the out for this side. Sorry, the in. Sorry, I got the in for this side heading in from here. So when we make our cement, which is planned to be here, but I may move it over there, it's going to connect with this elevator to get it into the storage. Okay, so that's out and underneath that. Gravel goes up this way and then heads to this storage, where we are then going to, using our concrete plans here, using our factory connections, we're going to be able to get this building right here and connected to the gravel storage, as well as the storage for the cement right there. Okay, so you can see that again, the spacing, there's not a lot of spacing here, right? I'm thinking probably what I'm going to do, since I'm tearing down this road anyway, I think I'll probably end up curving this a little bit out and having my roundabout be shifted this direction over here to come in. And then the cement and everything will take place, or the concrete and everything will take place right here. What I want to do, though, is I want to have helicopter access, of course, for this. So let's assume for a moment that we can get this thing angled and connected to where it needs to be, which is kind of a big if. Just doesn't want to connect on that angle. All right, I'm going to have to... Wow, it really needs to be quite far away in order to connect. Can I get an angle? Please? Let me try it from here and see what happens. Can I get you to go like this? No, it's busted. Can I even... Probably too far away. Now that one will work. So I just need to get that connected is the problem. So cement needs to go and connect with that out. Man, it just does not want to do it. I have to rotate a little bit more. Really? Wow. That's actually pretty impressive that you won't do that. All right, I'm going to have to curve away from it then. There's no other way around it. I'm going to have to curve away. So we're going to go right here. And then let's hope that this actually connects. Yep, it does now. So that'll connect to gravel here. Bring it in. And then our factory connection is really easy to just do right there. All right, now that gives us our roads. Roads are over here, so that's fine. This one right here is going to be a little tight, but it can get over there. It can do it. All right, so we're going to get that to connect wherever the road is. These things over here, very easy to connect. However, I do need to know where my cement plant is going to be so that I can make sure that those are done first. And then these guys, you know, we have demolition crews coming through here, but we also have construction crews as well, bringing people in, and they've already delivered all the resources to this building, so they just got started right away on these, which is pretty good, I guess. Once this is operational and we're able to make more, we'll have buses and stuff, of course, that are bringing people over here, but we're also going to have people being able to get over here with the train. The metro, for specifically, is also going to be doing that. So this metro, what I've got planned for it is a route that does a little bit like this. Okay? And then it comes over here. And it's going to drop people off at the refinery. After it stops here, it's going to drop people off at the refinery. That means this is the wrong station. I need a metro station here instead. So this is going to get demolished too. Because this track and stuff is actually going to be for the metro coming in here. So we're gonna recreate this as well. We're gonna tear this down and get rid of that as well. Okay, so that's getting demolished. And then there will be another stop from there. We're gonna bring it into I believe it was here. So I'm not seeing, and I haven't got it really working yet, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of cars opting to use the bridge. I'm hoping that once we get a lot of traffic going, like it was originally planned, we'll see more people using this bridge. But if I don't, then I can have the metro and stuff kind of run around through here too. I don't think there's enough room for it though. We're going to need to do an underground one, not an above ground one. And so what that looks like is, hi, autosave. What that looks like is we go to train platforms, right? So we've got this platform with an entrance for the metro. We have ground level stations, which is what I was planning on putting over here. Right, that's what's going to go here is this ground level station. And then the metro will dip underground. As it goes through here, it'll dip underneath that walking path. Because your metro can't cross anything. As far as I'm aware anyway, the metro can't cross anything. Not like train tracks can. So it'll just dip underground and go. But I was planning on putting one of these little ones right here. Just to drop people off is really all these are good for. You're not going to have a whole lot of people waiting there. So you have the big metro station with entrance. And this one is going to be the entrance that I use over on this side of town. And I'd really like to get this sort of like probably right about, I don't know, it probably will be right about here. I haven't actually placed the metro stations yet. I was mostly concerned about the above ground, the roads and stuff. But metro station over here would allow them to get and walk over to all these facilities. But that's not cement. That's just over here. So most of these workers are going to be in other buildings and other facilities and stuff that are around here. But the main thing I want them to be able to walk to here is the heating plant, because that heating plant needs to, it's going to need to heat Charlemagne's North, and we're going to have, again, more people working over here to also heat Charlemagne's North as well on that side. We're also going to have another bridge over top of these tunnels as well. So same thing we just did here is also going to be right here. And then those roads come all the way across this way and meet up with this. So this is going to have probably a little bit of a curve to it, but it'll end up meeting up over here. Yeah, so this is where we are with the cement. Now, from there, we want to go to... Where is it? We want to go here. Helicopters, heliport. I was hoping to have 6 helicopters, but I don't think we're going to be able to have that many. Because we're right up against this right now. And I need room for, to drive out of here. I need room for other helicopters. So what I'm thinking I can do maybe is this. I can go right back here, right up against this thing, like that. Okay, and then we'll use the small one right here is what I'm thinking. Okay, but yeah, so that allows this to leave, right? This one now has a path out, and so does that one, and it's all good. In fact, why don't we change this up just a little bit, and we'll combine these so that we don't have that extra point on the road when we go to pave it. So we can actually do it more like this instead. And then that way, when this road comes down, this one will connect to it as well. And that'll be easy. And then from this side, we want that to come down that way or that way. It doesn't really matter, but we can get out right there with that one. Okay, so that gives us 4 helicopter spots for concrete, which is better than that one. That one's got 3. And that one's going to stay in commission, too. We're not going to tear that one down. The only thing over here that we're tearing down is the cement plant. We're going to stop making cement here. So then you might think, okay, well, then how are you going to keep making concrete here? Well, the cement plant is ridiculously big for what we got going. For like 30 people working here, it's a very big place, right? So we can get rid of this gravel consumption. And in fact, we can probably just get rid of the gravel entirely here. We don't need this storage at all, which just gives more into the main storage all the time. And we're basically full all the time anyway. But what we can do with this gravel and with the cement actually is I could have this gravel hooked up for trains as well, because they can pick it up from here. But there's nothing that says I can't have them also pick it up over here. We already have the pathing for this. We already have the elevator, right? We might as well hook it up to a station. And so, dry bulk pickup and drop off right here. So this loading and unloading station, we have more than enough room for this, right? And then we just get that hooked up the same way this is already hooked up, right? And then we drop off cement by train over here. and it's made over there. And then this gives us a way to manufacture it and move it around the Republic in a more dedicated zone, which, you know, we're going to be using a bigger factory as well. So over here, we're going to have the cement plant. We have this one currently. This is the one we're using over there, right? So it's about the size of a medium field, a little smaller than a medium field. And we're going to upgrade and use this one instead, which is bigger than a medium field. And this one will be placed on this side of the tracks over here. And as long as we can get the in, kind of depends, right? We need the out for dry bulk to be able to go over top the tracks. So we can prove that it works that way. It can go over top the tracks. So now the quest is going to be trying to get it to where it all lines up and will work that way. So I need to, let's say, rotate. And it looks like it might be a little bit of a challenge to get that to come in with the gravel. But let's say I put the plant here, right? It hooks up real easy with that dry bulk in, so that's good. And then from there, we can have this gravel just be brought over here with another elevator and pop in. So that's what we'll ultimately end up doing there. Okay, so that gives us a concrete supply that's more local for us building all the other stuff that we're building. This stuff is almost done. It just needs workers, right? 30 work days on that one, 132. Let's speed up time a bit. Let's check on my stuff over here. So this is gone. That's good. I want to get rid of that road right there as well. I think I'm going to tear this one out. Yeah, I think I'm going to tear this one out. The one thing I'm trying to figure out if I want to do here is if I want to change this to be a one-way as well. So if I make this a one-way street in this direction, what does that do for my traffic flow right now? These guys can no longer, right, these guys would no longer be able to turn in here, right? That's how that works. Which means no left turns from here, or no right turns from here. They'd have to come all the way down, and then they still can't get in. So this was providing a good way for them to, oh, right, they do this. Yeah, that's how they get in. They take a right here, and then they cross. That's how they get into that. So I'm thinking if I make this a one-way in that direction, I'm wondering what happens if I turn this into a two-way again. I most likely get everybody just like backing up and waiting in a huge line here, right? Which is why I need to have parking lots over here, so the cars focus over here when they're parking, and then they disperse their different ways. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Cernowski is going to remain a work in progress for probably the foreseeable future, and there's just a lot of stuff going on over there that needs fixing, right? Let me just take a look at this. Now that it's dark out, I can see where they're lining up. So over here, there's a bit of a line. This is fixed, though. Like, this is flowing now, right? All I needed to do is give them a way to go straight. So that's actually encouraging. I may not need the roundabout there after all. That's flowing now. And honestly, nothing is bad anymore. Not right now, anyway. We got a little bit of backup here, but I think that maybe that's just because more people are using this road now, but it's not that bad. And it works itself out pretty quickly. I might have just solved it with that one road, which is pretty cool. We also have this not done yet. Okay, they've been focused on other things. And then there's this road here, of course. We need to get that done. So it's just still a lot of stuff to do, right? And this is one of the reasons why these videos are taking a while to make, is that I have to wait. Realistic mode, man. I gotta wait for them to build this stuff. They're already on this. Look at that. That's done already. They're quick. When you get the main construction office over here involved with that auto search and stuff, they build it real quick. I like their speed, man. Let's get this road sorted out here a little bit better here. We're just going to pull that road back, and we got to figure out what I want to do here. I'm pretty sure I'm doing a roundabout, and it's probably going to end up being, you know, I can probably just make it right now. I'm thinking this roundabout is going to be something like, you know, something like this. I just have to watch having the intersection too close to the track. So it's probably good to have it right about here, I would think. Right, something like that. And then we want that separate road for concrete. So I kind of want to have this road come in like this and then kind of meet up. Let's get F4 here. Let's have this road kind of come in and meet up like this. So it's a separate road, right? And then this will be where we take the traffic. So this road can come around about like this, right? This kind of does a little squiggly thing here. And then it goes off from that direction. Right. And then we want it to kind of split, I guess, at this point. Is this going to stay one road? I was thinking about making this 2 roads, but I'm starting to think maybe that's not possible. I was going to go through this, like through here. But now that puts this on the main road. Right. Everything is very compact. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Let's see if I can maybe wrap you. I have to wait a little bit to wrap that. Okay, so let's get you in as close as we can to that. Right there. And then we can pull you this way as fast as we can. And you go that way. And then now this road. Yeah, this road's not going to be able to avoid. I need to turn that even sharper. That's as sharp as I can go, man. There, that's as sharp as I can go. And then this goes again right through here. There we go. That'll work. And then you will go from here like that, and you will go out like that, and then you will connect here again. Come on, there we go. You can connect here again. Now we have that dedicated road for concrete, so if anybody's queuing up, they're not getting in the roundabout, and then they just continue on their way. And then I could from here also hook this up with like a one-way. That way if they have to go that way, then they can just do it. So this will end up being a one-way street through there. Yeah, okay, I think that proven that's worked. Yeah, we've proven that's gonna work. So the next thing to do then is to get it paved. This has to go around like that. And then this one, I guess it'll be on this side now, which is okay. I might want to leave this open just for like, I'm thinking about trash processing as well. Like there's probably a need to have some kind of drop off and stuff here. So why don't we pull, I need 2 roundabouts. I know I'm going to need 2 roundabouts here. We're going to pull this whole road back. I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to delete this. We're going to make 2 roundabouts. One right here. This can be a little smaller, and then this big one here. And as long as this road will connect to it, there we go. We're in business. It's not fully lined up or anything, but we're in business. And then we should be able to, from here, also go and create my bypass as well. My loop to go that way too. And obviously, all of these are on, the tracks are right here, right? That's obviously going to happen. I don't know about whether there's enough traffic here for that to matter. I guess we'll find out. If worse comes to worse, I simply delete here and here, and we just make this a quick bridge that goes over top or a tunnel that goes underneath. And then once that's done, we do the same thing with the other side, and yeah, trains will still be able to move through. Yeah. But that gets people from this side into this area. And then we also have this one, but this one is a little bit different. This one's going to come in and go a different place. So we'll talk about that later. I think I'm probably good on this video. At this point, I'm probably over an hour. Yeah, I think I'm probably over an hour at this point. So these get connected to the road over here. There you go, mouse. You can do it. So that they can be built. And then you are going to just connect here so you can be built. Just want to build them first. Get them all working first. And then you can start the process on this roundabout here too. So I can get this part started. Let's hold off on that. Yeah. hold off on that really quick. And then you are just so we can get it built, we're going to go like that. Okay. So I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this build. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. We have everything we need here to transition to having cement in that area. And then these houses are starting to get built up and stuff too, so I can start flipping these on. The kindergarten isn't done yet, so let's make that a high priority. There's only 115 days left. And I kind of need people to go ahead and work there, so we're going to make sure that educated people are here. And then, yeah, you just come to the bus stop and get picked up, basically. And we'll pick you up and we'll take you over where you need to go so you can get your food at the grocery store. And also work there potentially as well. We have plenty of capacity over there for you guys, so just come on over here, get dropped off right here, and walk your ass over there and get food, yeah? Or to education as well, which I can probably get another pipeline connection. Why not? Actually, no. I'd rather not do the research on this one because this one is providing me with, smart people for this area. So I'd rather, do the research over in a different one. So like medical research, totally need to get citizen vaccination going. So we'll go ahead and do that to get ready for the winter. And then also over here, let's have research for nuclear fuel. Why not? And then over here, where is it? The other one right here. We can have this one be the Soviet pipeline. All right, good. So everything's going to flow from there. All right. So when we come back for the next video, this area should be mostly set up. And then I'm hoping this entire neighborhood is done. We can see how the traffic flows, makes the tweaks as needed. But at this time, I don't think I'm going to need to do my cross-country tunnel idea. It's very expensive. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to avoid doing that. And then, of course, these train tracks here, by the way, they're coming through here. I just haven't figured out where the trains are going to ultimately end up for pickup, drop off. Just for pickup, actually, on this one. And so I need to figure out where that station is going to be on that. Probably, if I'm guessing, probably right here. And then it will immediately go over top or underneath this train track. We don't want them to cross. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I never end the video, man. Never ending videos. That's what you guys want, right? I wish I could make them faster. It's life, man. Life gets in the way. It finds a way to get in the way all the time. I know I don't wish I didn't have kids. I don't wish that, but man, it would make things so much easier if I didn't. I know that sounds horrible to say, but like it would make things so much easier if I didn't. You know what? If you're a parent, you understand what I'm talking about. You get it. You won't say it publicly maybe, but you get it. You understand. Take care. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.